fall for it.
Don't fall for it. There's got to be something.
Yeah, we need like an official song.
Yeah, that's not the right one. I don't know. Let's see. Is that
Oh,
good?
I like that
How about
one.
that? Don't fall for it.
Scary
Okay.
stuff. Yeah,
Scary
don't
stuff.
fall for it.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
So give us something, John, that you want our listeners not to fall for. Don't fall for this.
Okay, so everybody out there, don't fall for it. So when you buy a house, you get all these mailings selling you different things. It comes in the mail. Nothing you can do about it. One of these things that gets sold to people is mortgage life insurance. I want you to have your guard very, very high up on this stuff. And the key here is these are insurance policies that people buy that will pay off their mortgage should something happen to one of the two people, let's say, that are on the mortgage.
Right.
It's a good concept. I can understand why people would want it, but here's the don't fall for it part on those policies. Many of those policies have a set monthly payment, but a declining benefit.
Oh.
So the idea is the policy is only agreed to pay off the balance of the mortgage. So you have that mortgage, that policy for 10 years, your balance of your mortgage is significantly lower and you're getting less money down the road than what you would have got at the start. So people are frequently much better off just buying like a standard life insurance policy that doesn't have a declining benefit tied to it. So that's what I'd have you keep your eye on, and don't fall for it.
That was excellent. I remember when I bought my first house, my father warned me about that specific thing.
that
So
right?
if they're going to try to sell you this mortgage insurance policy, because back then they did it all the time. It was very common. Lenders they would do it with an insurance company. They had it part of the plan. So and he said, no, just buy regular life insurance.
Yeah, there's multiple aspects to this. They'll sell you like payment insurance that if you get disabled or ill, and they can make your payment for a little while. A lot of these things are just not very good products, and there's better solutions out there in the world.
Yep, very good. Mark, don't fall for it. You have something for us for don't fall for it?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And
You got to say it. Don't fall for it.
How do I do that, Ian?
Don't fall for it. All right, sorry. That's not over.
I don't want your listeners to fall. Don't fall for it.
All right, I oversold it. I apologize, everybody.
All right, so here's the thing, and I know this might ruffle a couple feathers out there, but I want you to give this some thought because I'm telling you, it's absolutely the case. Don't fall for it. In this example, states that just because a agent is offering a lower commission, that you automatically tie that to a better financial result. Those two are not tied together. And people ask me, what's the most expensive cost in the purchase or sale of a home? You know what it is? The quality, or lack of expertise of your agent. That will cost you more money than you'll ever know. And the scariest part about that is you'll pick an agent who discounted their fee. They're not, they can be awesome and discount. So I'm not saying just because they discount their fee, they're not. You just have to do your homework like we talked about on process and ask the questions because they discount their fee, the property sells or you purchase and you think you did okay because I saved some commission. What you don't realize is you left 3-4 times that on the table because of the substandard work your agent did, be it on the seller side or on the purchasing side.
I thought that was excellent. And we talked about before, we were talking about price, and then we were talking about all the other terms. That's where a lot of things get lost with an inexperienced agent, is they forget about these other terms.
It's nebulous. It's hard to kind of really latch onto, but I get the point of what you're saying there. Simply because a service is cheaper doesn't mean I'm going to get more in my pocket.
Right.
Right. And it's so easy because commission is a fee that's easy math. Okay, I got a 1.5% discount. It's a $500,000 house. I'm saving $7,500. Don't go there.
Yeah.
You can lose with a substandard agent. I'm not exaggerating this. You could lose $50,000 on an agent not doing their job on that property. Okay, and you're just assuming, well, you know what? It is where it is now. No. Okay, they didn't have a process for anything.
Sure.
And by the way, they billed that to you. So subtract the $7,500 off the $50,000 that you lost.
There you go.
Right.
No, excellent.
All right, that's a good one.
great point. You know,
Harvey, do you have a don't fall for it?
I do, and mine kind of mimicks Mark's to a certain extent because
It can't be duplicative. Duplicative. It needs to be totally unique and different.
okay, so mine is don't fall for it when agents tell you the market's going to crash. I mean, we hear this all, we've heard about the market crashing for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And they tell you this, sell your house now before the market crashes. Oh my goodness, they don't know because they keep saying
Sure,
it because they just want you to list with them. They want you to get your house on the market because they're desperate to get a listing.
Fear is commonly a good motivator for people.
We've seen it in many aspects of life, haven't we?
Yeah.
So that was my thing. But it relates to the idea of predicting what the house is going to get and predicting what the market's going to do. Agents, look, I always say my crystal ball is no better than anybody else's. Maybe a little better than some people, but not everyone. And so you just have to know that if they don't follow that process of determining what's best for you,
Right.
and that's they customize it for you, as opposed to that cookie cutter 1% thing that's going on that Mark just described.
Sure.
That's devastating because if they left money on the table on price, that's one thing. That's terrible to begin with. But they also might leave money on the table with concessions, all kinds of concessions. And let's face it, concessions are a big part of real estate these days. I mean, it's a big part of what's happening out there, and we all have to be mindful of that and know how to basically, you want to serve your client and give them the best possible result. Sometimes serving your client the best way is explaining to them why they should agree to certain things in the contract necessarily, and they might be in their best interest to go with that or not, and help them with that. And there's cases where people will just, the agent will just say, yeah, whatever you think, which is fine. Ultimately, it's the client's decision, but they're counting us for at least some kind of an input or some kind of advice. That's the part of it that I think that they're paying a more experienced agent for. And experience becomes the difference, experience in my mind. I mean, there's good experience and there's bad experience.
Right.
but over time, ultimately, I hope that experience teaches you something. So that was mine, was just, don't fall for it. If they say the market's going to crash, time out.
Yeah.
Time out. Don't fall for that.